Alright, what's up? I want to make a psychology video this time, like on my setup, and not so much in the car or whatnot, because at that time I wasn't in the car. So, and yeah, as I said, I want to do these every weekend. Last weekend I had something going on, and I wasn't able to bring one up, or actually with my recording, and it went wrong. Um, and I just like to do it authentic as possible. So if I have to like redo it, it's really not the same. Um, but yeah, today I was just thinking, talking more on the aspect of how the journey to learning trading or learning a high income skill, it never looks exactly how you expect it to look, right? Like, and all of us, when you first come into this online money making scene, you're seeing all these entrepreneurs living this crazy life. You expect, hey, I'm gonna stick this for 6 months, and after that, bro, I'm gonna be living this crazy life, making 10 and 50K a month, 100K. I'm gonna start scaling. I'm gonna start living this crazy life, getting all the girls. And reality hits you pretty quick. And depending where you're at in your journey of like self development, um, that it will take a lot longer than you think. And the path looks different for every single body. Um, if you were a professional athlete, college athlete, and you took a certain level of discipline and work ethic to get to that point. So a lot of times you might have it easier, or you might be already ahead when it comes to your habits and being able to work hard, and you could just shift that and apply that to the trading or learning a high income skill. But if you're a loser, you're jacking off, playing video games all day, eating like shit, and now you transfer over and shift your identity to being this disciplined, high level individual that tries to use their time wisely, work on themselves, avoids vices. That shift is going to take a lot longer than the person who's already had their vices and their habits and their external discipline you know taken care of, and then they just applied that to trading. So, and that was in my case how it was. But when I started, I thought it was going to be 6 months. Okay, 6 months max. Yeah, after that, 10K a month, bro. I'm just running it up. I'm be living this crazy life, bro. I'm cooling. But no, it never goes exactly how you want it to go. And each stage reveals its own challenges. And to break through, and to break through each stage, you need new perspectives, new data sets that help you adapt and overcome, bro. And like time management, man, for instance, is something like I never really understood until a little further in my journey. And you have to be able to work without looking at the time. And I would always be like, okay, this is enough, and all right, I could work this long, and then I don't really need a back test. That's why I'm too arrogant. Like, I didn't want to pay for a mentorship. I was like, you don't really need it though. Yeah, you don't, and you don't need it, right? But it's gonna take you a lot longer because you're gonna have to learn all the lessons by yourself, right? In comparison, where you could just have somebody who's been through the exact journey as you show you how to get over certain obstacles that will take you a lot longer. So the learning curve gets cuts in half almost, right? Um, so yeah, man, I was too arrogant and all these things, and that's the thing, at times you expect it, or you never really know what God has planned for you to in order to build you into the man that can have the life you want and sustain it. Because if you have it too early, bro, it's gonna go, bro. That's why the lottery pick winners, they get the money and they're still degenerates, bro. They're not worth $2 million, right? So they don't have the skill sets to sustain that money, to multiply it. It just fades away, right? And it ends up back in who? The hands of the people who actually are that worth that type of money. And I think John Mark Stevenson said something about this. He said your life never exceeds your level of self-development, right? We all want the crazy life, luxurious life, but we don't want to go through the shit that it takes to be able to be the person that can live in that outcome, right? Because there's a price to pay for every single thing in life. And even that life, your dream life you want, it comes with a price, right? And and that's just something you start to see over, as you grow, as the months go by, and you continue to work and you continue to adopt these new mental models and whatnot. Um, but bro, like the people who are making 10, 50K a month, bro, they're 10 to 50K a month people. You need to find where you're lacking, where and patch those up, and just show up every day and build a system that will help you get to where you want. Um, but even in this in this journey as to becoming a profitable trader, like um, the beautiful thing about trading is you have to become somebody who has a baseline level of discipline. Like you can't be a low level individual and be successful in trading, right? Like it's really hard to be a degenerate and just have no impulse control and be able to be consistently executing on the charts well, because your emotions are gonna take over. You're gonna be like, oh my god. So that's the thing I liked, and it was more of just a journey of self improvement, bro. Like improving myself, it was more important than trading, like getting the results. And of course, you still want the money, you still want everything, but um, and I'm not gonna even sit here and lie. Like, yes, I want all the materialistic things, but that why isn't strong enough. Like, there has to be a deeper why, because the shit you're gonna go through in the journey of becoming like a profitable trader, or actually being successful in online money, bro. A Lamborghini is not gonna cut it, bro. Like, it should not, bro. Like if you're working a job, I was working a job welding for like 8 months straight, and even though I didn't have the right inputs per se, like which would have like jumped me forward, like back testing, and like the first 4 or 5 months I really didn't back test like that. I was like forward testing, or I wasn't back testing like FX replay. I would only do the trading view, and it's not the same, bro. So I didn't even know if I had a profitable model or system. I didn't actually look up a system. I was just like had all these concepts, and they were just all jumbled up, and I was just trading. Like I didn't actually have like something to look for, like sweep liquidity, fair value gap, CISD, entry, boom, target buy side liquidity, draw liquidity. Was still like I had to. Everything had to come with time, bro, and everybody's learning curve looks different for each individual. Um, and yeah, bro, if you just have to kind of just say, hey, I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna get there at the end of the day if I continue to show up and just let go, um, and just appreciate the journey. I talked to one, um, Bryson. He was a dude I joined his Discord, and I really fuck with his content and whatnot. And in the past year, bro, just been locked in. Like, haven't really had fun, haven't really done anything, gone out. But and see a lot of people talking about like monk mode, man. Like, it's kind of a scam. Because, and especially trading, you can't really brute force your way. Like, when you get to a certain point, you know what you're doing. You have a profitable system. You know what you're looking for, bro. Like, I feel like it becomes more of a strain when you're just constantly just thinking about the charts, just going like. Because then when you come into the live markets, now you have that in the back of your head, and you're trying to force a setup on the market, right? And you're trying to force your desire, your that life you desire, your goals in that trade, and you take trades that aren't there. You'll be like, for me, it's like FOMO. That's kind of the worst thing. I've never crashed out, like blew my account, took 4 trades, like 2 trades really, max 3, and then I'll just get off. I don't really over leverage, like I never really had an issue with that. It's just like FOMO. I'm like, oh no, if I miss this trade, I'm missing an opportunity. And no, and then I might take a loss, and a better opportunity comes. If I would have just waited a little bit, I would have won the trade. But that just comes with chart time, and experience. So yeah, man. The journey will never look how you expect it to look, bro. It will take longer than you thought it would, and be okay with that. Does it really matter? I heard somebody say like, hey, if it takes a year to succeed and 3 years, but you have the skill for the rest of your life to become profitable, what's really the difference? Like, is 2 years or a year and a half really going to be that big of a difference? Once your life has changed forever, you have the skill, you're making consistent profits. Does it really matter that it took a little longer? No, because you still have the skill. Nobody's taking it away from you, and you have it for life. Now you can go, have the freedom you want, right? And that's the thing, bro. I'm 21. You're seeing 19-year-olds making 80K, 20K a month, or 80K, 100K a month, doing crazy numbers with e-com, all this stuff, and you just, just stay on your path. Um, Cut out the noise, bro. You don't know everybody. Social media is just the tip of the iceberg. You don't see what it took to get there. And a lot of times, these kids been doing it for since they were 16, and maybe they're 20 now. That's 4 years in the game. Just be like, hey, if you had 4 years in the game, where would you be at? In your venture, of course, because it's different for like ecom, everything like that. But yeah, man. So that's kind of where I was getting at with the journey. I don't know if there's any upcoming trades coming up that are gonna watch this. But yeah, bro, just stay consistent. Um, that's what's kind of helped me, and just show up every day. Don't get discouraged. Don't listen to people who don't really understand the space you're in, who have limiting beliefs, because their reality, they've curated their reality, right? Their mindset has shaped their reality, and if you don't want their reality, you don't want their life, don't adopt their mentality. You could love them as much as possible, as much as if it's your family, your mom, like, cool, bro. But if you want to get somewhere in life, listen to the people who have what you want, bro. Who are certified to give you that advice, right? If you're in a gym and the dude's a scrawny as shit, and you don't want to look like him, I probably wouldn't take advice from him. And I remember example of this in the gym. Like, it was this fat ass dude, bro. He was like trying to give advice to some dudes over there who were in better shape than him. I'm like, bro, why are you guys listening to him? Or a personal trainer. There's a personal trainer at the gym I go to, and he's not in shape, bro. He's not. He wouldn't. I wouldn't classify him in shape or whatnot. Like, he not to be a personal trainer. And there's people still paying for his to get trained by him. Like, that doesn't make sense, bro. Like, that's just common fucking sense. But yeah, man, stick to it, bros. Everybody has a different learning curve. Work hard as possible, bro. It's gonna take longer than you think, and cut out the things that aren't helping you, bro. But yeah, so this was just another video psychology that I had on my mind, and I used to watch these all the time again, so I like making these. So yeah, this is about it. Sunday, do your review, look at your week, see how you can improve, because I'm gonna do the same thing, and prepare for next week. So yeah, good luck on the markets. Let's have a good week next week, and yeah, thank you for watching.